What is going on then, everybody? Hope you're all doing very well. My name is the FIFA Analyst, and today we're going to be teaching you how to go from gold to elite in FUT Champions. It's a topic that I've been asked to do a video on multiple times, so that's what we're going to go and deliver for you. On screen, we've got a FUT Champions game for you where we were 7-0. We came up against this particular player, and I just thought it was a very good game. It was took directly from my stream, so if you are interested, we do stream over on twitch.tv/FIFA Analyst, and the links are down below in the description, along with everything else for our Twitter and anything else that you might be interested in. If you do enjoy the video, then let me know by dropping a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. But we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the first thing. So essentially, there's a few things I've noticed between gold players and elite players that regularly hit elite. So I'm talking borderline 23 and gold 1. That kind of comparison there. If you're gold 2, gold 1, you just can't break the 23 wins. This will apply to you quite massively. So during this game, during this video, you're going to be having a look at this particular game. The reason why I've chosen this game for you guys to look at is this is probably what separates an elite player up here than what a gold player is, essentially. So you're going to see me go 2-0 up and then, no, it's not 2-0 up, sorry, 2-0 down, actually. No, I normally bottle the leads. No, I go 2-0 down, and it's about getting back into the game. So the first kind of point that I'm going to speak to you about is composure within FIFA. Now, it's something that a lot of players do struggle with. It's that you've got to be able to know that you're going to get back into the game if you're losing 2-1 or something, and having that composure in your mind. What happens when people are losing in FIFA, I do it myself occasionally, is that you start to rush, you start to try and get up the field, get into the opposition half, because all you want to do is you want to score goals, rightly so. However, what that then does is that increases your chance of giving away the ball, making a silly tackle, making a silly pass, anything like that, and just bottling your chances of getting back into that game. You just need to have the composure to know that you're going to get an opportunity, and if you can take it, bang, you're straight back in the game. But you're not going to have the composure, you're not going to have the chance to get back into the game. If you lose your composure, you get a man sent off, you do a silly pass and give him a free goal. The amount of times in Weekend League where I'm 2-1 up and someone just passes it across their defence and I'm there, intercept, bang, 3-1, and that's pretty much game over. Or they've got the ball with a goalkeeper and they give the ball away cheaply, something like that. That is what is going to separate the difference between you hitting 20 wins each weekend or breaking over into that 23 in the elite spot. So just have a bit more composure with yourselves. Know that, you know, if you play the best FIFA that you can, you're going to create those opportunities. You're going to be able to score a goal, but you're not going to do so if you're just giving the ball away so cheaply. The top players in FIFA, I'm talking the pros here, you know, people like Tex, your Gorilla, your Megabit and so on, they've got that in their locker. They know that they're going to get back into the game if they get given the chance, and they can create the opportunities. Start to work on that, and I guarantee that you'll start seeing some better results directly from that as well. So moving on to the next point for us. This is something that you are going to have to learn. There's no way that anyone can kind of teach you this in a sense, is a backup plan. You've got to find your own backup plan and what works for you. If I go into a game and I'm losing and it's the 70th minute, everyone knows in my stream, I'm either going to go to 3-4-1-2, balls to the wall, or what I've been trying a little bit recently is 4-4-2 with my right mid and left mid and everyone else on stay forward, essentially, to put the pressure on the opponents. That's got to be, you've got to find your sweet spot, basically, of your backup plan. You've got to know when to implement it, which is the thing that a lot of people will struggle with. Because if you go into a game, right, and you normally play 4-4-2, it was a good chance here with Politano, but I messed it up. Should have just took it on his left foot. If you go into a game and you normally play 4-4-2 and the opponent's playing 4-3-2-1 and he's destroying you, you can't get forward, you can't hold the ball, you can't play your normal game, have you got a backup plan? If it's 30 minutes in and it's not working for me, I'll switch to 4-2-3-1. If it's 60 minutes in and 4-2-3-1 not working for me, I might switch to narrow. And it's about having those different options to keep the opponent guessing, because although they might be equally as good of a player as you, if they've only got that one formation in their locker which is doing well against you, if you can switch it up to something else, then you're going to have a chance to stay in the game and possibly get the win as well. So you've just got to be able to have that stuff implemented so that you know exactly, right, if this game goes Pete Tong, have I got the backup plan to kind of keep myself in it or get the win, essentially. When I come up against better players, so if I go into a game and I recognise the player, so this is in FUT Champions this is, or if they've got an unbelievable squad, or I go straight in and I can tell that they're a pretty good player, normally I'll switch to 4-2-3-1 straight away, even though 4-4-2 is my preferred formation. Reason being is that I'll hold the ball a little bit more, I can dictate the tempo to how I want to play and frustrate the opposition. That's just having multiple game plans under your locker. So you've got to be able to do that and just have that implemented into your game as well. Pick a few formations that you like. Try and see when you go up against certain formations, are there particular ones that you struggle to play against? For me, myself, sometimes I struggle to play against 4-3-2-1, 4-1-2-1-2, anything that's narrow, to be honest with you. That's kind of where I tend to struggle. So once you know that and you've got those formations to then go, right, I'm going to switch to that. I know that is kind of decent for me. You've already put yourself ahead of the game compared to a lot of your other opponents. Just ask yourself, have you got those backup plans? Because I can guarantee most Gold 2, Gold 1 players only know how to play one way of FIFA. So just start learning other ways. For me, I'm not that great at narrow, but if the opposition's playing narrow and I'm struggling in 4-4-2, I'll go and switch to a 4-1-2-1-2, because what I like to think is that if I'm a better FIFA player than them, I will beat them in the same formation. Is how I kind of tend to do it. Big Meaty Clack has taught me that, actually. So that's our point number 2. Moving on to point number 3. Is going to be game management. Now, pretty much everybody will struggle with this in a way, unless you're someone like Tex, where you've just got ice in your veins and it doesn't matter, you can just play and see out the games as it is. Game management is something that is very hard to learn and develop, but with a bit of practice, you'll get there. So you've got to have your backup plans on this. It still goes with point number 2. If you've got the formations to see out the game, then great. You can switch those formations to see out the game. But the game management is all about looking up at the clock on a regular basis and knowing it's 2-1, it's the 75th minute. If I go forward here, is this right back going to be out of position if I lose the ball? Yes. All right, let's work it over the other side, wait for my team to get balanced, and then I'll start to attack with maybe just my attackers and my midfielders so you don't get countered on. It's the 85th minute. We're winning 2-1. Do we need to go and attack? No, just hold the ball. Just keep the ball in their half. Use your players. Do what you need to do to get yourself just basically through the line, essentially. Whether that's running to the corner flag and literally holding L2, LT, and letting them come and try and tackle you and frustrating them. If you need to do that, then do that. You've just got to be able to have that mixed ability to look at the clock and go, I need to know if I'm going to time this attack. Is it going to backfire on me? And if so, don't do it, basically. Because a lot of people will see themselves at 2-1 and just keep going forward and keep going forward and keep going forward. But it's 80th minute. If you get counted on, it's 2-2. He's then got the momentum. You could go into extra time. You might not have a stronger team going into extra time, all that sort of stuff. You can see on the screen here, I'm 2-0 down. It's half time. I switch it up. I changed to my 4-1-2-1-2. This guy was playing 4-3-2-1. I realised my 4-4-2, my 4-2-3-1 isn't working in this game. I need to come back out there and I need to try and get a goal, basically. So that's what we go ahead and do, and you'll see that in just a second. So yeah, it's just having the game management to know when do I need to go forward, when not. I said it in my video where we took a look at Tex when he won the first FUT Champions Cup 1. He is very, very, very good at game management and timing his attacks, knowing that if he goes forward in this case, if he loses the ball there, they're going to have loads of space down the right-hand side. So he waits for the team to get balanced. And by balanced, I mean that you haven't got one player miles away from the other. So if your centre-back has just made a tackle and he's recovering on, the right-hand side of the pitch, but he needs to get to the left-hand side, it's waiting for him just in case something goes a little bit wrong, essentially. So that was point number 3, game management. Just quickly recap over them. Number 1, not having composure. Number 2, make sure you've got a backup plan. And then number 3 is your game management. Point number 4, which... probably this is the one of, I know I've probably said it before, but one of the main things that does separate the pros from you guys is just stop making mistakes and taking chances. Now, when I mean mistakes, it's just simple stuff of if your player's facing that way and you want to pass that way, you can't turn and make a pass. Think about it logically. Can you do it in real life? Not really. Probably can't do it on the game. You could do it on some FIFAs, but not on this one. So just think about things. And when the opposition makes a mistake, you've got to be able to capitalise on it. Every chance that the opposition gives you to get a goal, you've got to be able to do it. This guy made a mistake here. We managed to get Pele away. We capitalised on it. Some people might have tried to ball roll the keeper there or shoot. Whatever they would have done, they might have messed that up. That goal is now just being vital to me coming back in this game. If I didn't get this goal now, I'm then getting up closer to the 70th minute. It starts to then get a bit squeaky bum time when you've got 2-0 down. It's 2-1. Everyone knows a goal can come at any point in FIFA, so we just have to, keep our calm. But as I said, this was the perfect example within this this game here of proving composure. I'm 2-0 down at half time. What can we do? We keep the composure. We try and get back in it. Number 2 was having a backup plan. We did that here. We had 3 things. 4-4-2 we started out in. We changed to 4-2-3-1, and then we changed to 4-4-2 at half time when I realised none of those things were working for us. And then game management. You'll see shortly how we managed to use the game management. It was a lovely little finish here from Del P, actually, if I remember correctly. Yeah, boom, pick that out of the net, right off the post. And then taking chances. I've just had 2-3 quality chances in the second half, and we've got 2 goals out of them. You cannot argue with that in any way, shape or form. So we're now in the 63rd minute. It's 2-2. We're back in the game. This guy's going to start to get frustrated. He's going to be annoyed. He's just had a 2-0 lead. Think how you would feel in this particular case. You'd be annoyed as well. And he's now bottled the 2-0 lead. If I was in this guy's shoes, what I would do at 2-2 now is, once I've scored that goal, I wouldn't kick off straight away. I'd take 30 seconds to just have a quick breather, not worry about it so much, get your head back in the game, have that composure to know, right, I've just given away the 2 goals, but it's okay, we can get back into this, we can win this game still. It's about having that sort of stuff. So for the rest of this match, you're just kind of going to see how we managed to get back in, and we do end up winning the game 3-2. It's a perfect basically how we did it. Lovely little goal there with Del Piero. We've just got 3 goals in the space of 20 minutes in the second half, essentially. You couldn't really find a better example of gold and elite. I can guarantee 90% of players within this game that are borderline elite, gold 1, they would have lost this game because you're 2-0 down. Your head would have gone. You wouldn't have kept the composure. You've got to get in that elite mindset that it's okay. You scored 2 goals. You might be 2-0 down, but you're going to come back. You're going to get the chances, and that is pretty much it. And that's all you've got to do. Just keep your cool. Keep your cool, guys. That is going to be the end of the video now. For the next 20 minutes, we literally just hold the ball and just see the game out, essentially. If you want to see this sort of stuff live over on Twitch, then head over to the link in the description as well. And also, if you've got any questions, fire them over in the comment section, or you can tweet me and I'll answer your tweets directly on there as well. Thank you all very much for watching. It is massively appreciated. I'll catch all you guys in the next video. Ta-ra, guys.